What's going on, everybody? We're back. It's your friend Will. This is the Memory Lapse, and we're doing something a little bit different today. We have our friend from YouTube, Tyler, who goes by GB Hooper. Is that right?
Yep, that's me.
Hi, Tyler.
How's it
And
going, everybody?
we are going to try some Direct Challenge, a feature we have not played with yet. I'm going to be playing an updated take on Adrian Sullivan's Jeskai list that Todd Anderson wrote about this week, and Tyler's going to be playing his take on Green Black, and we're going to kind of discover what the differences are as we play. So I'm hitting challenge. And this is the wonders of WotC's matchmaking. Hey, it worked. So unfortunately, we don't get to play 2 out of 3, so we're going to have to like manually sideboard in between matches. So we figure we'll do 1 or 2 pre-board, and then depending on time, we'll do 1 or 2 post-board. All right, and Tyler has the play. Here we go.
I haven't read that article. I kind of want to read it now.
Yeah, do you have premium?
No.
Yeah, I honestly like I heard them talking about the list yesterday while they were doing the invitational coverage, and I was like, okay, you know what, like I kind of want to see the list, so I got premium this morning just to check it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really like that deck. I just thought it was too weird. Like it was too many one-ups, like you were saying, like just not refined.
Yeah, so this list cuts like 1 shock, it cuts both the 3-drop drakes, and it cuts the one rekindling phoenix, and it just plays like a little bit more removal. Wow. All right, so we got a quick planeswalker here.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah. Let's see. So this is a lot like the potentially a lot like the 8 dork version that I was playing in Best of One. I don't know if you watched those videos or not.
I didn't watch a Green Black Best of One, no. But yeah, I got rid of. I actually cut a couple of the lands. I cut like a couple forests and swamps, but I also cut golden demises out of my sideboard. I cut just about all my anti-aggro tools and just went for ramp. And I was originally running like 3 Carnage Tyrants and the Doom Whisperers, and now I'm running Doom Whisperers as well. And it's pretty much solely to just play big threats for Jeskai.
Cool. So did you tune it this way specifically for Arena, or do you play a lot more paper Magic and you're kind of tuning
Paper
it?
Magic,
Cool.
yeah. Like Arena's a good test, but I mean, Best of One's all aggro anyway.
To the extent that you're comfortable saying, like, where do you play?
I live in Green Bay,
Oh, cool.
so I just do Friday Night Magic and that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
And I misplayed.
It's okay. Let's see.
I was like, I have so much mana, and then I realized that.
All right, let's see what the map shows us here.
Yeah, I originally cut the Midnight Reapers that are ran in this deck a lot too, because you have so much draw with Karn and Vivian Reeds. But on those turns, like I just put them back in and took out my 2 copies of Seeker Squire. Simply because like when you don't draw them, you really run out of cards quickly.
Yeah, Midnight Reaper is, I think, one of the cards that's like best suited for the mirror. So if you're not playing a lot of mirrors, like,
I don't know, I haven't had a lot of problems with the mirror, like because if you can just like if you get this Karn out or if you get a Vivian Reed out early, you just win. Like there's nothing.
All right. Ooh, shocking. So here comes maybe a Vivian or a Carnage Tyrant. Or no, second Black Source, so maybe this is Doom Whisperer. We'll see. Yeah, Doom Whisperer.
If this doesn't get countered, I'm gonna be okay. Works for me.
So, yeah, so we're taking 4 here. Going down to 11. And let's see what the maps show us. This one could be good. Yeah. Let's go.
And it's interesting to note that even though I cut all of my anti-aggro tools, like I didn't do that just as one. I like kept bringing it down, and like all I fought all week was aggro. So I was like, well, I haven't really lost yet,
Yeah.
and I still haven't lost the aggro.
Main deck Wild Growth Walker is sometimes enough.
Oh yeah, it's insane. Like it beats mono black mono red like every time.
Well, if you're interested in grinding, you know, I don't know how complete your arena collection is, but you could definitely tune this to like crush best of one. You just have to prep.
I just hate playing best of one.
Yeah, it's efficient though. It's so efficient. Let's see. So we're gonna upkeep Scry here, flip our map, draw. That Carnage Time is definitely a problem.
I mean, you can see even here, like this Karn has just gotten so much value.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, I just had no counter spells.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I mean, it's hard. Like, what you had like 2 mana when I brought this thing out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and it was a really, really good start for me. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of the times, running both Llanowar Elves and Druid of the Cow, you can play them on 3 just about every time.
All right, let's look at the treasure map.
I'm still like tweaking this, and I'm tempted. Like the deck originally, what I started with, it was somebody's list from the mocks that went 8-0. And it was only running 1 Carnage Tyrant in the main deck and then 2 in the sideboard. And then the more I played with it, I was just like, well, Carnage Tyrant just wins the game most of the time, so why not run 4 of them?
Yeah, no, I think that's absolutely the right way to go when you're playing all the mana creatures. Like,
yeah, especially right with all the ramp. I mean, that's the whole reason I have Doom Whisper in the deck, is because it's just another big threat. Hey man, you should just let me have Vivian read.
yeah.
But I'm right now running 2 Carnage Tyrants in the main deck, and even 1 Doom Whisperer in the main deck, and I'm currently thinking about getting rid of the Doom Whisperer in the main deck for another Carnage Tyrant in the main deck, just for game 1 of this matchup, because it's just such a problem.
Ooh, Memorial. Stopping the upkeep.
I question why that deck doesn't run Karn.
I have seen some builds, or at least recently, I saw some builds at the Invitational that were playing a similar style deck, but they had Karn.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it'd be so good in that deck.
Yeah.
There's so many artifacts. You could actually get value out of his -2.
I feel like I'm like not in a terrible spot, but I'm just a little too far behind now because of how many cards you've drawn.
Yeah, and like I find most of the time Jeskai takes game one against me. Did it tap my Memorial to Folly?
No,
No, I
it's
didn't. Okay.
yeah.
I know you're aware that sometimes it does that. I watch your videos
Yeah,
all the time.
it
First, like,
seems
I guess I won't use that land. That's fine.
it seems to really favor the lands with activated abilities. Uh, I don't know. It's kind of inconsistent how it decides.
I feel like it always wants to use the one that I like want to use.
Okay. Preserve our life total here. No, this is not amazing now that you took the Vivian read back. But we need the life. And
What would Seal Away have done against Vivian Reed?
no, I mean that you can unlock your creature
Oh, yeah.
if you wanted to. So,
I mean, in all reality, yeah, I Memorial to Folly,
yeah.
Recurrent Shard 100% of the time here. Unless you, like, play a Planeswalker.
Main. Let's see. So how long have you been playing Magic for?
I've been playing on and off for probably, like, 5 years now.
So you're
I just,
relatively
like,
new.
yeah, I didn't really like the Magic Online interface. So I
Mm-hmm.
played a lot of Hearthstone, like a lot of Hearthstone for like 7 years, and I was like top 1,000 in the world for like probably the last like 3 or 4 of those years.
Oh, nice.
Um, and that game is just like, well, it was fun at the time. I always wanted to be playing Magic, simply because there's just so much more to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I only ever hit Legend in Hearthstone twice because it was such a grind. Like I'd have to pick the months that I would try to grind up to it,
Yeah,
like time wise.
and and the problem is, yeah, it really was just timing, and there's only so much you can do to like, um, what do I have here? Okay.
I can see your entire hand because it's all it's all like revealed knowledge to me.
That's funny.
I'm not gonna
You
give
wouldn't
up.
you wouldn't have remembered these in paper magic,
I would have written them down.
right?
Um,
But yeah, there were so many seasons of Hearthstone where the meta was just not fun to play against. Like there was always only ever like 1 or 2 decks that were just super duper like potent, and then the rest of the time it was just like meh.
yeah. All right, kind of on this draw step. All right, nope. All right, so I'm dead here. So concede it. I ripped like 3 lands and a seal away off that
Oh.
explosion.
Feels good, man.
Not useful. So should we sideboard or do you want to play one more pre-boarded?
Completely up to you.
Let's
Whatever you
let's
prefer.
let's sideboard.
Okay.
And that way I can look at this sideboarding guide says I should take out seal aways and dive downs against you.
Oh, you're actually using that?
Well, might as
Most of
well.
the time you just stumble your way through.
Well, most of the time I don't have a sideboard guide. So I'm gonna clone this deck and make a change to it. Where did it go? So we're taking the dive downs out and the seal aways out. We're bringing in some surprise cards. You can probably guess some of them.
I'm just trying to remember what cards were in my deck now. Because it's not just like, here, take them from your sideboard.
Right. All right.
That's what's it called? That Grixis Dragon's deck with Sarkhan
Yeah,
that you did a video on looks
yeah.
super fun to play, but just not like that great.
No, it's I really want Sarkin to be good, and maybe it will be better like with the next set.
Hmm.
But it's really just like it seems so deliberate by development that the drakes are not dragons. Like
Yeah,
if Crackling Drake was Crackling Dragon, it might be
right.
insane. And I do kind of
Like
want to play around with like a demanding dragon build, but I don't know. All right, are you? Let me know when you're ready, and I'll put my other. Or actually, I guess I'm challenging you, and then whenever you're ready, challenge back. Direct challenging by username in 2018. Come on, Watsy.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that that green keeps up once Ixalan rotates out.
Oh yeah, just as a color, I think it's gonna be fine. The next set
Probably.
the next set has 2 green base guilds in it, so
I mean, just like Carnage Tyrant is like the only thing that stops Jeskai control.
right. But I mean, I have to imagine. I guess you didn't play way back in like original Ravnica, but I think even in Return to Ravnica, like the Gruul colors tend to have at least one uncounterable
Hmm.
thing in them. It's just a kind of a staple of green red as a color combination.
Hmm.
So did you ever try to qualify for anything in Hearthstone, or like did you ever try to make top 100?
No, not really. Like I picked and chose the months for the most part
Yeah.
as well.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with Arena now that they're like gonna push it for esports, but there's just no details yet as to like what the systems are gonna be.
Yeah, it's really cool that it's getting that amount of following. I guess we'll go like that.
Oh right. Oh, this pairing system works, even though it is a bit archaic.
Even though it's only best of one.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually one of the things that concerns me is like that they have these plans to do this, esports strategy, but they still don't even
Hmm.
really have a good like
Like
method
bonus
to.
structure to the game. Yeah.
Yeah, like how are they going to run tournaments? I guess that's all TBD.
Yeah, and is it just going to be standard? Like, are we ever going to get access to modern? I would assume once cards start rotating out, we would. But
Well, the big theory, which I think is probably right, is that they're going to around the time that the next standard rotation occurs announce a new Eternal format
hmm.
that is going to start with where we're at now on Arena, and that format will probably replace Modern.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Modern has some issues with it, like aside from the linear strategies that dominate it right
Hmm.
now, it's mechanically all the fetch lands and stuff don't play well in a live setting. All right. So the one downside of doing it like this was that I don't get to be on the play game too. This is kind of just randomly assigned us our roles,
Yeah, I know.
and also I drew all check lands, so double punished. Oh,
That's probably questionable, but I know from playing that deck, treasure map is huge.
yeah. Well, seeing as how you're stuck on lands,
Oh my god. All right.
let's go. All right, well, I'm missing a land drop as well here. All right. Another check land. Unfortunately, this list runs only islands. Though I guess I probably would have got an island no matter what.
I think all of them do.
Is that the case? Maybe that's the case now. Now that I have Star City Games Premium, I have no excuse for ignorance.
Right. I am sitting here.
Yeah. This is probably going to be tough for you now.
I'm really behind, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tough.
Yeah, I think you're going to be a little discouraged at what I'm going to do this turn.
I knew what you had. I just had to, try for it. I'm so behind here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll just do this.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna scoop.
Yeah. All right, so you'll go to game 3.
Yeah. I think if you challenge me, it'll let you pick or choose first.
You think? I don't know. I thought I initiated the challenge first that time because I was waiting in the screen for a bit for you to challenge back. It's got to be random.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's try this again.
So is there a sideboard because I didn't get to play any of my sideboard cards?
Yeah. So is there like an event upcoming that you're testing for other than like, your local scene?
Not that I know of. Just because like GP Milwaukee just happened.
Right.
But it's more like I just actually purchased a bunch of cards for this green blacklist, but like it's the original list that I was running. Which is only one card start in the main deck, two in the sideboard, and no card. Repeat that. What was I saying here? But it's more just because if I play against somebody in real life Magic who plays Jeskai control, I'm gonna be really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, well, thanks, guy.
Well, like the one thing that I like about Arena is that like it actually I think matches the speed of playing a control deck to real life a lot better than Magic Online does. Magic Online is like really slow when you play control decks because of all the stops. You can't shortcut, and Arena kind of helps you with some of that shortcutting. All right, Wildgrowth Walker in. All right.
I probably should have duressed before playing Druid of the Cow.
Yeah, you would have had more mana available. Although I guess it just depends on what you're like. If you're ramping to a Carnage Tyrant next turn, you'd rather.
I pretty much did that solely so you wouldn't Deafening Clarion on this board.
Right. Well, lucky for you, there's no Clarion here. I don't know. Maybe I should have held that treasure map to rep a counter spell to you. Um,
Yeah, I feel like if I played Duress after Druid of the Cowl trying to protect it, you know that I needed the mana for a 5-drop, which is 100% of the time Vivian read. Or I guess it could have been Doom Whisperer too.
well, even though I know you have another 2-drop, I'm gonna Clarion here simply to keep you off the mana from a Carnage Tyrant. Okay. Oh, see, there it is, the culprit. Save ourselves 6 health.
Thought you were gonna be like counter. And I'm like, come on, man.
No. I did make that mistake once when I like
So did
first
I.
first
I
coming
think
back
we
to
all have.
Magic and not knowing these cards. Oh, I've made a big mistake.
Because you have Expansion Explosion in your hand.
No, I was kind of in an odd position where I have Niv-Mizzet, and I needed that opt to be able to play Niv-Mizzet opt and ping your Vivian read down too, so it would survive. Assuming you don't have like a Chupacabra or something in hand, but I also needed to get the land drop, and so I ended up using the opt at the end of your turn. But I guess I just needed to gamble and hope that there was a land on top. And there's your Chupacabra. Yeah, Carnage Tyrants are really tough.
It's such a good card. In combination with Fine Finality and Memorial, yes. Yeah.
So yeah, I have to answer it so many times. All right. Just buy ourselves one more turn here. Yeah. Probably wouldn't have been that much different if I had held that opt, but maybe. I mean, then I would have gotten to like crack and gain life there.
To be honest with you, even before I plussed my Vivian, I had another Ravenous Chupacabra.
Oh, do you? Yeah. So then
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah,
up.
like
I'd
the
be up
Vivian
some
would have had
cards
less
though.
health, and I couldn't have killed this treasure map
Yeah.
if I wanted to. But honestly, I'm just gonna. I think
Keep
the game plan is
plussing.
just go phase. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shoot. I hope it lets me use this in my upkeep here. Yeah. So I have like exactly one out here. That's not it. That's an island. I was looking for
Star of Extinction.
yeah, star. I mean, it's not even that good of an out with a Carnage Tower on top. All right. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would be up. I would have gotten to draw an extra card off. I don't know. I'd only have been up one card then, more than I had seen. All right, let's do one more, and then we'll be probably like at the 40-45 minute mark, and this will make for a good video.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm just gonna keep my.
Yeah, we can play post
extra.
ported. The pros say that the post ported games are the most important, anyways. So. So I'm curious to know, how did you find the channel?
How did I find you?
Yeah, because there's, I don't. It's not like I'm a huge channel. It's pretty small. Jeez, I haven't gotten to go first any of these games.
Oh, I should have just let you go first. It's my fault.
Oh, right. You could have. They put that option in now.
Yeah. I just see it and instantly click play first.
No, that's totally fair.
I found you because I think I pretty much just searched like Magic Arena when I was just getting into it too, because like I've only been playing Magic Arena for like a.
Oh, you cut out there.
Oh, I've only been playing Magic Arena for like a month. I guess I have to take this. I haven't even seen any of your crazy sideboard cards yet, I don't think.
Yeah, well, Star of Extinction's one of them. It's not a crazy sideboard card.
That's in every Jeskai has.
And 2 Ixalan's bindings came in. And 1 Disdainful Stroke. Yeah, 2, and 1.
That's pretty much normal Jeskai sideboard.
Yeah, more or less. I'm just gonna get stomped down.
It's just like, I know you have a counter spell, so I can't play this.
Yeah, this is one of the play patterns with green black that I've always found is like so successful against Jeskai. Oh, did I? Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's one of the play patterns
with Jeskai versus green black, where I've always felt like green black is actually advantaged, even though I've heard otherwise. Is like you just get a 4/3 on the board, and I'm sitting here playing lands tapped, and I don't have any efficient answers to this in my hand, and you can just sit back and like not play anything. And yeah, I don't know. Like I really don't have much to do here. My hand is all.
The Ranger's just so strong.
Yeah.
Like what you get for 3 mana out of that card is absolutely insane.
Although this is also one where I think if I had gone first, I would have been okay, because I would have had a Syncopate for that. But I'm just so far behind to the 4/3. No, I think your build is in general the way I like to play green black. It's a little bit more all in. I think it's like, but
right, when it works, and it works most of the time actually because of all the explore.
Yeah, I'm literally just dead here because I have no removal. That was awesome. I played 2 spells. My hand was like Niv-Mizzet, Expansion Explosion, Star. I'm sure you've seen like I side out Expansion Explosion so often in these matchups because like I just feel like it does nothing.
It's not good against green black for sure.
Right, but
It's good.
no one. I've never really seen a sideboard list with these Jeskai decks where they're taking out Expansion Explosion, and it honestly feels like. Well, I guess here Todd is saying you take it out only versus mono red or mono white aggro.
It's just so slow. Like
Yeah.
I mean, Golgari's technically a mid-range deck, but it just gets out so fast.
Yeah.
Like with Wild Growth Walkers and Jadelight Rangers, it's just by turn 2 or 3 you have like a 5/7 and a 4/3. You know.
That one went really fast. So if you want to do one more where we give me the play,
Yeah, I'm down.
let's do that. So if you win the die roll, just give me the play.
I'm gonna try to let you play first.
Well, maybe I'll win the die roll this time.
I feel like I played first every match.
Yeah, you have.
Ooh, there we go.
What's up?
Up lane. Hey, he's doing a YouTube video right now. Could you hop out of Discord? Thank you.
Nice. Thank you for giving me the play. This hand looks reasonable. Wait, did I skip my first turn? Or did you go first again?
Yeah, I think you skipped your first line drop.
Sorry. Sorry, I was turning away to... I muted the mic temporarily. I guess I clicked the button.
Is that keepable? I don't want it.
Oh, really? No Karn or anything?
It's been a pretty slow start here.
If that's the case. I finally drew a piece of interaction. Let's go.
Yay! We might actually get to play a game.
Yeah. Some of these games, though, I think highlight some of the awkwardness of Treasure Map, though, where, like, the more you invest in it early, like, the less mana you have available for things like the Syncopate you now see, and... So I'm just going to try to aggro flip my map here. Huh. Actually... Yeah, let's do this. Uh-oh. I can't see your side, so I don't know how bad it's going over there.
It was just a Wild Growth Walker.
So you don't board it out, huh? I guess it grows out of Deafening Clarion range fairly easily.
Yeah, I like it because it either forces a really early play or it takes away a Deafening Clarion. Like, I still think it's a good card in the matchup. Like, it's so much more than just an anti-aggro tool.
I mean, like when you draw it, before turn 6.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if this is good enough.
I think I should have waited.
I'm just wondering now, because you know about the Syncopate, so I'm wondering if it's worth syncopating. Did I play land this turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. I figure like the worst case scenario, I get to draw.
Yeah, you have to try for it.
And now, maybe you have Vivian Reed or you have... No, I didn't play a land. Okay.
No, I just misplayed. Oh, wow. Thanks.
For the Branch Walker. Dress.
This sucks. I'm pretty sure I just lose here.
Probably.
I should have waited until my turn to Assassin's Trophy because of the Syncopate.
Carnage Tyrant's a nice one. That actually races really well. Oh, you hear some of that New York street noise.
Oh, is that where you're from?
Yeah. So... 7, 8, 9. I think in the interest of winning the race, I think I have to like awkwardly bind one of your Wild Growth Walkers.
I think so too.
Yeah. I went to college just outside of the city, and ever since like graduating, been living and working here. Pretty much lived everywhere except for Staten Island.
Okay.
I don't know if
That's
you've been out here or not.
I have not. I literally lost this game because I Assassin Trophy on your turn knowing it.
Yeah, I mean, with the Carnage Tyrant rip, you could have had a nice sequence there.
Dude, want to see another one?
Yikes.
I had both of those in my hand since turn 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just didn't, I didn't have any interaction in the mid-game. Yeah, like if I would have been able to handle this, or answer this the right way, I would have been able to win that one.
Why did you duress me on turn 4 or 5 there, out of curiosity?
I did it because I wanted to play, provided I top decked a land, I wanted to play the Carnage Tyrant, so I was one up. And I was like, well, if I do that, and you just have Star of Extinction right away.
Right.
I just lose. So I wanted to check for it first.
Gotcha. I'm always curious to hear, because sometimes you see people spewing those things on turn 1 and turn 2, and it's like, okay, you don't necessarily want to duress that early.
No, they might have garbage in their hands.
Yeah.
I always wait until plan of action, and mine in that case was get Carnage Tyrant on the board and just try and protect it with as much things as possible. So I pretty much just saw a land drop and played it early so that I could make sure you didn't have removal at that point in time.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I usually for your build too, I would figure that you're duressing on the turn that you're going to try to resolve a Karn or Vivian, but unfortunately you just didn't have it there.
Yeah, like it sucks because like you saw both sides of the deck. Where like when I can get turn 4 card or turn a really early vision, that the deck is insane.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean
but
it's honestly one of my favorite decks. I would play green black a lot more, except that it seems that honestly like the blue decks are so much more popular in terms of viewership. So
yeah,
uh
everybody likes it. Like it's weird because everybody hated watching Control and Hearthstone, and everybody loves watching it in Magic. And like to be fair, I'm the exact way. It's so much more fun in Magic
yeah.
because of all the other interactions. But
Yeah, I control that is I think one of the things that if you especially if you're coming from Hearthstone to Magic, it's like wow, it feels so good to play a control deck in Magic. Like
I loved Control and Hearthstone too, but it just like there was no take stuff out of your hands. There was no like it was literally just spot on board removal. You couldn't play on their turn. Like it was just it was nowhere near what it
mm.
is now.
And there's no planeswalkers, like
Yeah,
there's nothing cool like a planeswalker in
where they
Hearthstone
can't
yet.
just solely win you the game.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. I hope you enjoyed the games. Sorry, a couple of them are non-games, but that's just how Magic is sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, this is getting to be on the longer side for a video. So, anything else? Any questions, comments, or concerns to share? Any statements or proclamations you want to make before we wrap this up?
I think regular Jeskai is better than Niv-Mizzet.
You think? Really?
Maybe 2 copies, but not the whole 4.
With the dive
Like all-in
downs?
plan. Yeah. Well, no, the dive downs are really just with 2 of them. I don't think you need 4. It
Mm,
just takes away from it being an actual Jeskai control deck.
yeah. I don't know. For whatever reason, Niv-Mizzet is like the hot card right now.
It's a great card. Yeah,
the
you just have to tune your deck so much.
the one thing I will say is, yeah, I think like in a wide unpredictable metagame, I lean towards your opinion. That 4 feels like a lot because there's like a lot of games where you're never going to be able to play it. But if like I kind of wonder if Adrian knew like there's going to be a lot of Jeskai, and it's kind of like almost pre-boarded for those mirrors in some ways of like
Right.
Niv-Mizzet is just so good in those mirrors. So, but I don't know. I didn't like read any post game interviews, or I don't even know if he talked about it publicly because he's kind of been. I guess he's not been out, but he's kind of a player from like 10 years ago. Like
Yeah.
that was the last time he
I
was
know
like.
he was pro for a while and then he dropped out and
Got to that age.
hmm
Cool. All right, man. Well, thanks for joining. Thanks for being the first ever viewer to jump
man,
on
thanks
a
for
video.
having me.
And yeah, so if anyone who has made it this far into the series, into this video, and you are interested in playing, talking, or doing whatever, we can arrange that over Twitter. So get at me on Twitter at Sloppy Stack, and we'll find some games. Tyler, thanks again, man.
Thank you, Will.
All right, later.
Take it easy, man.